true justice. There's no monetary amount on a heartbeat. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. It's not true. There is no monetary amount on a heartbeat. If you don't believe me, I want you to listen to a family member that is here today, of Mr. Pines, his nephew, who I believe his name.
My middle name is.
Your middle name. Come on down. Introduce yourself. Bring it in.
Oh, I need to be able to think. So, yeah. Hi everyone. To clarify what Dr. B said, my name's Justin Marvin Pines. I'm named after my grandfather and my uncle. It's going on the 1-year anniversary of my uncle's death. I'm actually late because I was emotional coming here because I just really started processing everything within the last year, and it's really heartbreaking that someone else has died in Rikers Island. And Rikers Island is a death camp. Rikers Island is a concentration camp. Rikers Island shouldn't just be shut down, it should be burned down. Preferably with some of the guards inside. But you know, that's one opinion. I think it's very telling how we treat black and brown men in this country, how we treat black and brown men in detainment, how we dehumanize black and brown men for money, for capital. How I guarantee you, if Eric Adams had someone who died in Rikers, he would be here today, or he would care. And Eric Adams is the only black man I truly do not care if he goes to jail. And considering he should be going to jail because he has like a sexual assault accusation and he has like federal indictment charges, he should probably be more concerned about the conditions of people in detainment. We have a responsibility, and it shouldn't be the families here having to tell you that this matters. It shouldn't be till some tragedy affects someone else. We all have a responsibility because anyone can end up in prison for any ridiculous reason possible. Jordan Neely was killed not too far from here, and his crime was being a houseless person screaming for food, which became criminalized as being insane. It's very easy to be apathetic until it happens to you. I wasn't organizing after my uncle died. I've been doing it for many years now. And that's not a flex. That's a matter of, oh shit, I'm black. Sorry for cursing. I'm black. And these are the conditions black and brown people live in, black and brown people face. We shouldn't have to come here and have to constantly relive our trauma in front of jail systems that don't care. I had to hear many stories from my uncle about being in Rikers before he died in Rikers, and the horrific conditions that no one should be in. There should be no jails. But as someone who I love deeply said, until we can close down jails, the conditions in there matter. And we have a responsibility to be there fighting for the people who are incarcerated, who are detained. We have a responsibility to be in these communities and connecting with the people there and not being there acting like we're doing them a favor. If anything, they're doing us a favor because they're making us aware of what the situation is. And it's disgusting, and it's beyond disgusting. It's beyond disgusting seeing what they will do to any of us. And what they'll do to the least of us, they will do to all of us. It's just a matter of who's getting the shit end of the stick right now. And it's the black and brown men on Rikers. But there's also women on Rikers too, right?
Absolutely. I was waiting for you to get to that point. That's right.
And black women are the most forgotten people. And it won't be until it affects white women or affects white men that people will care, which is some bullshit. We have a responsibility to do more. We have a responsibility to do more. From Rikers to Palestine, all jails should not exist. All jails are death camps. And until we can do better, I suggest we put Eric Adams in Rikers.
Thank you. And let me just say something. Even if Eric Adams was to go to Rikers, I would still be advocating for his human rights because I don't advocate on popularity at Rikers. I don't advocate on your status out in the community. I advocate because you have a heart. So I always explain that to officers as well. We're not just the people that are against y'all. We are the people that are advocating when your mother comes to jail, when your brother comes to jail, when your cousin comes to jail, and you want to secretly look for an advocate to help your loved ones and your family in your barbaric system. We're the people that have fought for their rights as well. So when we say hear us, because we are the people of New York. We are your nurses, your teachers, your doctors, your neighbors. We are everyone you can think of, your hairdresser down to your babysitter. We are New Yorkers, and if we don't fight for our lives, no one will ever care about us. No one will care. They have someone else in the cell that Mr. Williams was in last week, I guarantee. Because the cycle continues, regardless of the individual. And it is on us to say that we are more than a number. We are more than a case. We are individuals. And that means DOC and BOC need to get it together because every life matters. And that's not just a hashtag. Every freaking life that is lost in DOC is connected to a family. It's connected to a mother that had to birth that being out. It's connected to a bloodline. Whether or not they even know who their bloodline are, they belong to us, we the people. It is our job, it is our duty, it is our demand on each other that we keep each other alive, that we preserve each other's soul, and we make each other whole by making sure we give each other the bare minimum. And if you can't do that, then you aren't even human. Because humanity is fighting for what's right. Humanity is fighting to keep each other alive. Humanity is showing up at 1 o'clock to hold BOC accountable. It's reaching over to a loved one to say, you know, I can't be there all the time. I can't be there every day, but I know you're hurting. I know that you need support, and we will be here when we can show up for you and your loved ones. That's humanity. That's coalition building. That's building community. And I thank each and every one of you for coming out once again, as always, not even knowing how cold it would be off here with rain on us, but we were here because we the people demand answers. And what do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want?